Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to A1 Vacuum and Sewing's live stream for Tuesday, the 17th of August.
Oh my God, it's already
like
the 17th.
Apocalyptic outside right now.
And
I think school's going to be canceled.
It's awful.
It was pushing 300 at the school this morning. So,
I'm working hard to finish this pumpkin. I started putting it together last night, and then my hands are sore.
those are like the most amazing punched holes I've ever seen.
So, yesterday I was working in my sewing room, and we had a friend that was visiting, and all I could hear was Patrick just up there chatting, and I was like, well, you know what? This would be a perfect job for Patrick, because he could keep talking, and he could help me at the same time. So, I'll show you what he means by that. I'm almost done with this. But what I'm doing right now is I'm putting together this freestanding lace pumpkin. I have to do these right here. Isn't it? It's pretty, isn't it? This is from the OESD spider web pumpkin set. And these holes right here, Patrick punched all these holes. In every place that you see an eyelet, Patrick did that.
They're so clean.
He did such a good job.
They're so perfect.
And I said to him,
she goes, you have to clear the punch holes. And
No.
I'm like, there's a hole, there's like a bleed valve on the top that allows you to not do
bleed
that.
valve. Who even uses that?
It was true.
Who even uses? There's no
Those are pretty
bleed. There's
clean.
no bleed valve on a eyelet punch.
Yeah, there is. You can just keep punching and it comes out the top.
Well, what I told him, what I was worried about, is that he would do a bad job. I was like, try and do a good job, make it look pretty, and he did a pretty fantastic job. I'm pretty impressed. So what I'm doing right now is I'm putting it together with, I used to use the tweezers, and sometimes you need those too, but these are those alligator clamps. And what you do is you take them and you put them through the eyelet hole, and there is a little, like, you get it to right there. Do you see how it kind of, I don't know if you can see that. Let me see. Because it's so, there. You see that? So it opens up a little bit, and then you can grab the buttonette. I'm going in the opposite direction that I need to be going. And clamp it. Wait, this is the direction I need to be going. And then you can pull it through. You grab it, and then you wiggle it, and then voila. Voila. You are pulled through. Isn't this pretty? I threaten him, Debbie. I threaten him to, if he doesn't help me, then there's heck to pay. So, right, Patrick?
I call it part of our detailed bartering situation.
Our detailed bartering. Yeah, we do barter in our house. You want dinner? Then you're going to cut my eyelet holes. Don't say anything, Patrick. Yeah, those tweezers are pretty fantastic, but isn't this gorgeous? I find I can only put one together a day because it hurts my hand. Bustle a wedding dress with that too. Yeah, I've never had to bustle a wedding dress, but that would be pretty fantastic. So this is what a weekend of freestanding lace looks like. Whoop! This is what a weekend of freestanding lace looks like. And then hopefully I'll have another one to show you. I loved this. Is that so gorgeous? I loved it. It's black.
Look at those holes.
Patrick did the holes on that. Look how many holes are on there.
It was like 45 minutes worth of hole punching.
That has so many holes, and Patrick did all of those. Aren't those gorgeous? Doesn't that look so elegant?
So the So I always say, and Jeannie goes, "No, it's not." But I always go freestanding lace.
This is gonna be the other one.
Is really hard on machines, and it's not that freestanding lace is hard on the machines, but when you ladies hit freestanding lace season, which is like Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. You guys put a ton of stitches on your machine.
It's really stitch intensive.
And it's hard on the machines, like, because you ladies will sit down, like Jeannie will sit down and put 9 million stitches on her multi-needle in that like 3 to 4 month period. And so I always say to people when they come in that, like, it's always the same story, which is I was doing freestanding lace and I always go, well, freestanding lace is really hard on the machine. It's not so much that the freestanding lace is hard on the machines, but they're incredibly dense stitches and they're incredibly stitch intensive.
Yeah.
And ladies have a tendency to sit down and do freestanding lace for like 4 or 5 hours, and all of a sudden you're a million stitches in. So keep in mind, we're in freestanding lace season. We are
Did you know there's a freestanding lace season?
We are entering holiday time. I say the same thing every year, which is don't wait until like right before Thanksgiving when you're in the middle of your Christmas projects and you're at like 4 million stitches to get your machine done. Get them done now. Like, bring me your machine in September. Bring me your machine in early October. Beat the holiday rush. You don't have to wait till 3 million stitches. Get it done before you get into your issues. And then it makes the issues significantly easier to deal with if there are any.
This is probably 6 hours of stitching.
On the multi-needle?
On any machine.
That's half a million stitches right there.
500,000 stitches right here, friends.
So that's like one day, like, and it might even be more than that. The only reason I say it's not more than that is there's applique on this one. On a lot of this stuff where it's all freestanding lace, that's 1 million stitches.
No, I mean, this one wouldn't be as stitch intensive because, number one, it's smaller and there was not really much lace.
Yeah, but on the flip side, this is incredibly stitch intensive.
The all that stitching on there, the spider webs. I used the OESD
hole punch, which I actually thought was like super cool and really easy
nice
to use.
Maybe I'll show it
and
tomorrow.
It's got that little bleed valve. So I did all of this without clearing the punch holes once.
Did the bit fall out?
No, because I tightened it.
That's why. So it falls out because I don't tighten it enough?
Yeah, my fingers are stronger. So I tightened the bit, and then as I punched, the holes just came. I mean, you should have seen the placemat I was on. There were like 500 holes from the hole punch.
Well, I know, because this is like 7, 9. I mean, this is a lot of holes on that. Look how perfect. Patrick, you did such a good job. Thank you.
I'll remember that.
You can when I make you a wonderful dinner. Oh, I think I did already. I made you a wonderful dinner last night.
You make Cam a wonderful dinner.
We're even. Okay, so
yeah,
yes!
They're self-cleaning.
You know what? Let me grab one.
So let's talk about air for a second. I mean, some people have ordered air filters, and that's great. Like, we have the air filters in, and we'll be filling the order. I just tried to order. I literally just ordered like $5,000 worth of air filters. If you guys haven't gotten an air filter, you're making a mistake. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. The air quality is awful. It makes a big difference. You put them in your bedroom. That's where you end up spending the most concentrated amount of time. They make a huge difference. And I learned some things yesterday, which is the allergy filters from Baneco are now the same as last year's smoke filters. So they're So anyways, I'll be sold out of kind of the smaller air filters today. I have 2 people picking up the remaining quantities of what we have left in the P400s and the H300s. I have a couple H400s in stock, and then I've ordered more P400s. I have P500s on order, but they've been on back order. So for those of you who are waiting for those, I've got a couple of folks waiting for those. They're coming, but I just don't have them yet. The H300s and the H400s I have too, but I mean, our air quality's been atrocious, and with what's going on with the Dixie fire, it's not going away anytime soon. So, protect your air quality. You guys would be amazed. It's funny. I had a gentleman who came and he came in one afternoon right before the smoke got bad. And it was funny because he knew the smoke was getting bad, and he runs a local environmental company, and he came in and he's like, do you guys have air filters? He left with like $1,000 worth of air filters. And like 3 or 4 days later, he calls me, and I mean, this guy has like a air quality meter that he uses in his own home. And he was using IQ air filters. The IQ air filters, we're an IQ air dealer, but the IQ air filters.
We are?
Well, I'm a registered dealer with them, but I haven't sold them for a while because the Banecos are there. So IQ air filters are like $1,500. And he's like, he bought the Banecos with the idea of, I'm going to compare the indoor air quality between IQ air and Baneco. The Baneco filters are 1/3 of the cost, or 1/4 of the cost. He calls me last week and he's like, man, it's crazy. Like, I'm running the IQ air filters, which are $1,500, and the air quality in the room is 8. I mean, it's like 300 outside right now. And he's like, in the rooms I don't run the air filters, air quality is like low 100s. So that's what's going on in your houses if you're not using filters. And he's like, I'm sitting in my office with a P500 and the air quality is 8, i.e., that P500 at a fraction of the cost of the higher end air filters is doing just as good of a job. So he's buying a dozen of the P400s and a bunch of the other products. But he's like, he's buying it. It's going to go in every office in his business and every room in his house. I mean, altogether, he's buying 16 filters. But he's like, it's a no-brainer at that cost to get the air filters. So they're up at that same daily deal price. We're not promoting them at that price anymore because I can get in trouble for that. But they're up and they're there. I've got a standing order that probably won't ship till tomorrow, and I've ordered a bunch. But if you want one, get one now so I can add it to the order. I mean, it just makes sense. Like, it makes a huge difference. In our house, there's one in the rooms where we hang out, and we leave them running when we're in the rooms. Like, we'll go up and turn them on in our bedroom, and the P500 has a quality monitor. And sometimes the quality monitor, once it runs for a minute or two, is at 50%. Like, the air quality is horrible. And an hour later, it's fine. So, run those air filters if you've got them too. Like, protect I can feel today in my lungs. And I made a mistake last night because the air quality was so good, like right when we went to bed, it all blew out. And it should have occurred to me that it was going to basically, the fire was going to increase in size and it would get worse. And none of us turned our air filters on. So we all kind of woke up like, their school may be canceled today. So anyways.
A lot of you, I'm seeing a lot of questions about that freestanding lace pumpkin. And I need to find a project that's not so stitch intensive that we can do as a class. Well, let me answer your questions first, and then we have some other stuff to talk about. Could you do the small pumpkin?
Like, there was that small one. How long did that one take?
We could do this one. Maybe we'll do this one. We could do this one. Oh, and you know that thread that you see in there? That's
And
glowing.
yes, we used the board.
That's glow in the dark thread. So the one that's kind of trimming it is glow in the dark thread, and we do carry glow in the dark thread, and I will put it on the list as something that we'll do as a pre-order. So OESD has this hole punch. And I wish I had mine with you because I could show it to you. But they had a brown one, which was good. This one's even better. And things that I love about it is, number one, this lid, this very top part here, this like 1 inch on the top, comes off. And your bits, there's 3 different bits, are stored in there. So I think there's a 2 millimeter, a 3 millimeter, and maybe a 4. Maybe it says it on the back. It does. Oh, yeah. It says it on the front. 2, those are the sizes it punches. So a 2, a 3, and a 4. And I think I used the 3 for this one. Or Patrick used the 3 for this one. So new, designed. It's fantastic. And you know what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll make this deal of the day tomorrow. So if you want to get one, I only have 2 in the store, so I'm going to have to order some more. But if you're going to be doing freestanding lace, this is what you have to have. And Michelle was mentioning it's great to punch other things. She uses it for her bags. Anytime you need a hole, so your bags, vinyl. I used it on a Kimberbell project when we were doing those little lace-up sneakers that holds the little tubes for the candy. So it comes in handy. What did self-cleaning? After wash. So, yes, I did do it after I washed. So, I mean, if you look at my pieces, I mean, these are pretty perfect. Like, so what I do is wash. Once they're dry, I press them. So I press them face down into a wool pressing mat. And, I mean, they are pretty perfect. And I'm using the 2 layers of cutaway, the stick cutaway, and it makes my projects. I'll have to show people that haven't seen it. I'll have to show you my nutcracker without stable stick and then my nutcracker with stable stick. I mean, these.
One's drunk and one's
like
sober.
so floppy, and then the other one's like super just firm and erect and just. And it just looks really good. Let's just stop there. Anyways, so we have that, and then this, and then somebody asked, I think it was Suzanne asked if we used a board to punch on.
I answered that.
So if you use your self-healing mat, you're gonna wreck it. So what I use is
I would imagine that would be hard on the blade too.
Yeah, I use it's
just
a wood
piece
block.
of 2x4. And,
yeah.
And the hole punch is sharp enough that it
dents it.
Dents it, and it'll pull little pieces of wood out too. But I was looking at it yesterday. I don't think
when
the
I do
wood
it doesn't do that. Because I'm like, you must be like, huh.
No, I was going down hard enough to get everything, and that was it.
Yeah. So, but you know, you can see all the holes from all of the punching on that piece of wood. So I would definitely use a piece of wood. As far as stabilizer for the pumpkins, I used 1 layer of Dissolve Away and 1 layer of Badge Master. And I'm telling you, if you're doing freestanding lace, you got to use that Badge Master. The Badge Master, it keeps all your pieces. When I used to do 2 pieces of no-show mesh, sometimes my buttonettes would pull in as it's stitched. It would kind of pull in and shrink a little bit. And so stuff wasn't always lined up. The worst is when you're doing freestanding lace and you go to do the edge and it's off the edge of the main piece. I've had that happen. Doesn't happen anymore, not with my Badge Master. So, I did not use Terrial Magic when I ironed it. I just used Best Press. Just sprayed some. I didn't even use Best Press. I used steam. I just went ahead and just put, and I don't use a lot of steam in my iron, but I used steam and I pressed from the wrong side. So right side down, pressed on the
stabilizer side.
Pressed on the stabilizer side. And I did not use any Terrial Magic. The reason it is so firm like that is because I used the 2 layers of stable stick cutaway.
it's getting late, so we kind of
CDs,
gotta cover some stuff.
a lot of those, some of those were special order. I think I'll have those CDs. I'm hoping the end of the week, if not the end of the week, the beginning of next week. And can't live without it. Put me in for one. Email me, and I'll put it up on the site, and that'll be a deal of the day.
What is deal of the day?
Deal of the day today is, we have a new Kimberbell blank. I know it feels like we just had one because we had the dog kerchief. How did we do on the dog kerchief? Did people love the dog kerchief? Some people loved them, and we have a lot left. So come on down and get your dog kerchief. But they're super cute, and it would be a great present. And for the holidays, you can make these and give them away because there's a lot of furry friends out there. So we're gonna have them, and you can use them for other things. There's also dog kerchief patterns out there that you can personalize them and not have to put the design on that I put on.
Create your own design.
Or you can create your own design.
In software.
So the new Kimberbell blank for September has come out, and I stitched it up last night, and it's pretty cute. Isn't that adorable? So this is meant to go with the Candy Lane bench pillow. It coordinates with that. And I'm going to stitch another one of these out because I want to make a big one. Because it is so cute. I didn't trim all my jump threads yet, so don't look at that. This is done with the velveteen. I actually think I'm going to put a regular cotton in the kit just because the velveteen rips.
You can't stitch too close to the edge.
Well, I mean, that wasn't even close to the edge. That was a 1/4 inch, and when I went to stuff it, it just... And then it did the same thing up here. I think it's going to be maybe a better result if we use cotton. Although the velveteen is gorgeous. I mean, who doesn't love a little velvet? So, but this is really, really cute. 12 minutes of stitching. Although it took me like an hour just because there's so much applique. But this is going to be the deal of the day. I am doing it as a full kit. So you're going to get all the applique material. So instead of you having to buy a tube of all of this or a roll of all of this, it'll all be in your kit. So the kit price is $24.99 and it's on sale today for $19.99. It'll be on sale all week. This is it. It's so cute. I'm going to do another one, though. The entire time I was stitching it out, all I kept thinking was, I need to make this bigger because it is that adorable.
So
this is the blank. So I don't have it on the site with just the blank. So if you want just the blank and the design, I totally forgot about that. So after this is over, I will go ahead and add this just as the blank. The blank itself, which is the pillow, is $10.99. And I'll have that up for 20% off, and you'll still get that with the design. You just won't get any of the applique material.
So,
we have to do our giveaway.
We're about a week out on service. We remain a week out on service. A couple of days on vacuums. The guys have done a very good job. Couldn't do it without them. Good job, guys.
Yay!
What else do we have to talk about here? Because I'm going to have to get
giveaway.
to work. All right, so let's do giveaway. So you talk deal of the day?
Yeah, that whole time I was talking deal of the day, Patrick.
I'm just making
I don't know. Did you miss that? I didn't miss it. That was the deal of the day. So the deal of the day is that Kimberbell blank for September, and if you do get it, you're not getting until September 1st. I think what I'll do is I'll give you could have the kit, you just don't get the designs and you don't get the instructions. That way, if you're here in the store, you don't have to wait until that specific date. So Patrick's pulling it up right now. Our question last week was about the website because we're working on our point of sale. We're working on the website. And making some changes, making it more user-friendly, making it, there's things I would like to change about the website. And we're going to give away 2 prizes. We are going to give away a thing of Best Press, because who doesn't need Best Press? And it gives you a chance to try a new scent. This is Peaches and Cream. So this is going to be for the first person that doesn't answer the question. The first person who answers the question is going to get one of these. I know. It's so comfy. Remember, if you're from out of town, you do have to pay for shipping on this. But but it'll be worth it. And it'll keep you so warm, and the color is so gorgeous. You two always. So you're going to love it. Patrick and I are going to cuddle under ours, aren't we, Patrick?
It's for punching those holes.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And you're going to, but we'll probably fight over it because we fight over blankets sometimes. And then
normally I'm like, get that blanket off of me.
And he doesn't like when I cuddle him. He goes, the other day I thought I was caressing his leg with my foot. I was rubbing my foot up and down on his leg.
I'm like, you're scratching me with your toenails.
I know. And then I felt my toenail, and I was like scraggly, and I felt so bad.
Do you remember when Kai said that?
What did he say?
Like you have old scratchy feet. Remember that? He was like little. He was little, and his mom was like, "You don't like my feet?" And he's like, "But your feet are old and scratchy."
So I struggle. I struggle with dry feet, but I discovered that I've been using this paddle. Have you noticed how like nice my feet have been?
Beyond the scratches, not really.
That was so I need to work on the toes, but my heels, I've been working on those, and because Patrick used to say, "Give me one of those scratchy foot rubs." And then he told me it was like...
this is like literally goes back 10 years to when Kai said this.
He said it was exfoliating too at the same time. Like, I mean, like my feet are like a pumice stone or something. Oh, jeez. So, somebody's going to get this warm, cuddly blanket. First person to answer... So, this is how it works. If we hit the button... And
I'm hitting the button right
and
now.
Somebody says hello, you're going to get the best press. But if you answer the question, you're going to get the blanket.
Cindy Marlar.
Cindy Marlar, it says you are fine here in Oregon. Oh, we were having some people were complaining. So just for answering the question, Miss Cindy, you get the best press. Now we're going to keep clicking until somebody answers the question.
Pick another...
So broken.
That's another comment on the live stream.
That answered the live stream. It just said that they weren't able to understand.
That's another one.
Dun, 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 dun. None here. Are we sure we're...
Yep.
I'm fine. That was another reply. None here. I'm fine.
Maybe nobody answered the question.
Did you not answer our question? Do you have any?
No.
That was.
One of these will answer the question.
So what are we
somewhere.
on our sixth one? To see more. Oh.
Yeah, that's it. So Marilena Moss.
You are the winner of this.
You win the blanket.
Woo, woo.
And she basically said that she'd like to see more of the store items that are available on the website.
Yeah. So. That would be nice, huh? Like, that's a good job for Kai and Violet because they could come in and do that. We don't have everything that's in the store on the site. And kind of as it trickles in, we are
It's going to be much easier with the new website. We can just turn it on from the POS.
Yeah, but we have to add the pictures.
But then you have to add the pictures.
That's amazing, though. Yeah, so we will have a new system. And, Marilena, that's something that we should be doing and adding.
I need to go just because we do have people
our live stream
lined up
is
outside.
horrible today. Is that what's horrible? Is it the quality of the live stream, Cheryl? Is it so bad, or can you not?
Are you not enjoying the live stream, or is it that it's hard to see, or are we like broken?
So I'll try.
We're not showing any issues here.
We'll try and do better tomorrow. So anyhow, have a great day. Be creative.
You want to talk about like live classes and stuff like
Oh, yeah. I do need to talk to you about that.
that. Bye.
And then I'll give you my what do you call it? My little see you later thing. So as far as live classes go, we are probably ceasing those, and I probably will be calling some of you to reschedule live in-person classes to make them via Zoom, just because of what's going on with COVID at this point. We've had customers who have been in the store, and I so appreciate them reaching out and letting us know that after they were in the store, they tested positive. Or we have lots of friends of ours right now that are testing positive. And these are people that have been vaccinated. So I know a lot of people come in and they go, oh, I've been vaccinated. And I really felt, I was back to hugging all of you. Probably no more hugs anymore for a while, but I've really felt like protected. At this point, we feel really vulnerable in the store, and I know some of you. I just want you to consider our exposure here at the store, because on average we see 60 people a day, and we're open 5 days a week, so we're exposed to 300 people a day, and doing a class where we're sitting next to you, and it's hard to be socially distant in the store when we're doing a class, because we kind of have to see what you're seeing on your machine. I had to buy new masks. I had got rid of most of mine, just because we were excited about not wearing masks. For all of you that don't like to wear masks and you don't like us having masks in the store, we don't like them either. I did not want to go back to wearing masks. They're hard to talk in. They're hard to teach in. So as uncomfortable as it is for you to wear them when you go out, we are wearing them all day, every day here at the store. So it is that much more uncomfortable for us. For those of you who think they don't work, maybe they don't. But for us being this exposed, it's just another layer of security to make us feel better, to protect ourselves and to protect our staff. And that's really what we're trying to do. So I hope you understand. But we probably will not be doing in-store classes, and we'll be reaching out to you to reschedule a lot of that for now. We love in-store classes. We were really happy to get some of those back going on, because there's stuff lost when we're doing them via Zoom and we can't see what you're seeing, and we love in store. So all of this is, so for some of you, Zoom's going to be better anyways, but those of you who love being in the store, we want you back in the store as soon as we can do it, and we can feel safe, and we can feel like our staff is safe. So just know that we're wanting to do those things, and we're wanting to be done with all of this mask stuff as soon as possible too. We wear them all day, and it's not fun for us. So, and the other thing I want to mention is we do have Home Sweet Haunted Home, the Kimberbell event. That is going to be this week on Thursday and Friday, and I still have 2 more kits. So if you are thinking about doing that, you can sign up for that. If you can't make the event, I have all the videos pre-recorded as well, and those will be sent to you. And if you can make part of the event, but you can't make the other part of the event, you can still sign up. We can get your kit, and you can either watch the recording of the class later, or you can watch the pre-recorded videos. And I think that's it for now. So have a great day, be creative, and I hope you make something incredible. We're going to be working on some store samples. I am working on 2 more tiling scenes with OESD, and hope to be able to show you stuff as we get it done. We'll see you later. Bye, ladies, and Doug.